Okay, so I got a query there, sample paper F, question 12. There are a number of factors that affect the behaviour of particles. One of these factors is particle size. Students reacted 3 different size marble chips with hydrochloric acid. They measured the loss and mass caused by carbon dioxide production during the reaction. So we have marble chips A, 4 to 6 millimeters in diameter, marble chips B, 6 to 8 millimeters, and marble chip C, 9 to 11. You're asked which has the greatest surface area. So the greatest surface area is going to be the smallest amount of the diameter of the particles, because it means the more of the marble chips is actually exposed. So the smallest diameter there is marble chips A. And the reason why is because the greater the surface area, the smaller the particle size, the greater the surface area. Okay. Draw a fully labelled diagram showing how the investigation was carried out. So there's a good few ways you can do this. So firstly, we're told that we have a loss in mass. So we're going to have a lab balance. Okay, so whatever that lab balance is. Okay, so we'll label that. Okay, and we can have a conical flask, we can have a beaker, whatever it is. Okay, so there's a few ways you can do this. And inside that conical flask, we're going to have our HCl and the marble chips. Okay, and that's my conical flask. And what we have then is we have a stopwatch. Okay, and maybe after 30-second intervals, you record the loss in mass. So we'll say this is 153.5, and maybe after 30 seconds, it might be down to 152 or 149.7, whatever it might be. So that would be one way in which you can do it. Okay, how do the students ensure this investigation was a fair test? So if I look here, I am changing my particle size. So that means everything else needs to stay the same. Remember, I can only have one variable at a time. So I would use the same concentration of HCl. Okay, you'd also use the same volume of HCl. Okay, same lab balance, okay, because that would also be another, okay, same conical flask even. Okay, so 2 big ones, same concentration, same volume of HCl. Now, the students plotted a graph showing the loss in mass. So, A, I'm told, is my 4 to 6, so that's my blue curve. B is my green curve, and C is my red curve. Looking at the graph below, which marble chip showed the greatest rate of reaction? So if we look at this here has the steepest curve. Okay, so because it has the steepest curve, A. Okay, we know that anyway, it has the smallest particle size. And explain your answer. It has the steepest curve. But not only that, it also levels off a little bit sooner. Now, it's important to note that they all do get to the same point, but A is finished faster. Okay, so levels off sooner. So any one of those would get you your marks there. The student then repeated this investigation, adding powdered calcium carbonate. Draw on the graph the curve you would expect from this reaction. So powdered, that means the particle size is even smaller again. So because it's smaller, it would have a faster rate. And because it has a faster rate, it has a steeper curve. And again, it would level off sooner. Okay, you're asked to explain why. Why? Smallest particle size. So it would have the steepest curve, and it would also level off sooner even than A. Okay, and obviously then B and C. So it levels off sooner and it's steeper because it has a faster reaction rate.